Klaus Schwab, the founder of the World Economic Forum, famously said, hungry people are angry people. What does that mean to you, both in the US and in the globe more broadly?
It's a fundamental transition in how we think about progress. For the last 50 years, humanity was defined primarily by globalization. And globalization, of course, people talk about how the top 1% in the world got so much richer, and the banks and the multinational corporations and the individuals who had shares in those organizations. But the much more important component of globalization was the emergence of a global middle class, access of the world to its each other's markets, and the competitive advantage of trade as a consequence meant that we reduced hunger, meant that we reduced challenges in life expectancy and infant mortality, meant that we expanded opportunities for education. And as I was growing up and going to school and going to college, that was the world that I was excited to be a part of. And what we're seeing, both because of the pandemic and also worse on the back of this Russia invasion and the high levels, the interest rates going up, the high levels of inflation, the supply chain shortages, is that suddenly the global middle class is eroding. It's getting weaker. There are fewer members of it around the world. And indeed, people are slipping back into becoming hungrier, into becoming angrier. Now, there are a lot of people that are angry about the fact that many of the wealthiest in the world neglected the need to redistribute resources effectively to the middle classes in their own wealthy societies. And that needs to be addressed in a big way. That's why there's not much support for free trade in a country like the United States or even in the EU today. But much more urgent is the fact that the trajectory and the creation of a much more robust global middle class is now slipping towards greater extreme poverty and greater hunger. And I would argue, in addition to what Klaus said, that hungry people are angry people, but also hungry people are much less interested in being part of global solutions. And their governments will reflect that and will be captured by that. So for me, this is an enormously urgent priority for governance around the world.